Alright, let's get straight to it. You're probably making some serious money mistakes right now, and that's the cold, hard truth why your bank account isn't growing. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep, and more importantly, how much you grow. Too many people are stuck in a cycle, wondering why they're working so hard but still living paycheck to paycheck, or just not seeing the financial progress they deserve. It's frustrating, I get it. You see all these images of success, the fancy cars, the big houses, and you think, why not me? Well, often it boils down to a few key habits, subtle little things that are silently sabotaging your financial future. These aren't complex Wall Street strategies, these are everyday decisions, the kind that seem harmless on their own, but add up to a massive roadblock between you and financial freedom. It's time to shine a light on these wealth destroyers. So, in this video, we're going to break down the 7 money habits that are absolutely keeping you poor. No sugarcoating, no fluff, just the straightforward facts you need to hear. We're going to dissect each one, show you how it's draining your resources, and more importantly, what you can do about it starting today. Because understanding these pitfalls is the very first step to actually building the wealth you want. Let's dive in. First up, and this is a big one, is constantly living beyond your means. It's so easy to fall into this trap, especially with social media flashing lifestyles that seem aspirational but are often funded by debt or simply unsustainable. We're talking about that brand new phone when your current one works perfectly fine, or those daily $7 lattes that add up to hundreds a month. It's the constant urge to upgrade, to have the latest and greatest, whether it's gadgets, clothes, or even experiences. This isn't about never enjoying life, it's about understanding the true cost of those indulgences. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer of wealth. As your income increases, so does your spending, leaving you no better off. This habit goes deeper than just buying stuff, it's about a mindset. It's the feeling that you these things now, rather than building a foundation for lasting financial security. Those frequent expensive dinners, the weekend getaways charged to a credit card, the car payment that eats up a huge chunk of your income, they all feel good in the moment, but they're actively preventing you from saving and investing. It's a treadmill of consumption. You work hard, you spend it all, and then you have to work even harder just to maintain a lifestyle that isn't actually making you wealthier. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to breaking free and redirecting that cash flow towards your future. Alright, next on the list is operating without a budget. Seriously, if you don't know where your money is going, how can you ever expect to control it or make it grow? It's like trying to navigate a ship in a storm without a map or a compass. You're just inviting disaster. So many people tell me they kind of know their expenses, but when they actually sit down and track them, they're shocked. That occasional takeout, it's adding up to hundreds. Those subscription services you forgot about, still draining your account. Without a budget, you're essentially flying blind, making financial decisions based on feelings rather than facts. A budget isn't a financial straitjacket, it's a tool for empowerment. It gives you a clear picture of your income versus your outgoings, highlighting exactly where your hard-earned cash is disappearing. This allows you to identify leaks, cut unnecessary spending, and consciously allocate funds towards your goals, whether that's saving for a down payment, paying off debt, or investing. Unexpected expenses will always pop up, a car repair, a medical bill, and without a budget, these can send you spiraling. Impulse purchases become the norm because there are no predefined limits. Getting a solid budget in place is fundamental. It's the bedrock of sound financial management. This one is a classic wealth destroyer, relying heavily on credit cards and getting trapped in high-interest debt. Credit cards can feel like free money, can't they? Swipe now, worry later. But that later comes with a hefty price tag in the form of crippling interest rates. If you're only paying the minimum balance each month, you could be paying for that dinner or gadget for years, sometimes multiples of its original cost. It's a vicious cycle. You charge expenses because you don't have the cash, then you're hit with interest, making it even harder to pay off the balance, leading to more borrowing. Using credit cards for everyday purchases you can't afford immediately is a surefire way to stay poor. It creates a false sense of financial capacity. While credit cards can be useful tools for building credit or earning rewards, for many, they become a financial prison. The ease of tapping a card makes overspending incredibly tempting, and before you know it, you're juggling multiple balances with interest rates that are actively working against you, eroding your income. Breaking free from this dependency and tackling high-interest debt head-on is crucial for anyone serious about building wealth. Let's talk about not having an emergency fund, because this is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. One unexpected gust of wind, and you're in serious trouble. Life is unpredictable. Your car will break down at the worst possible time, you might face an unexpected medical bill, or heaven forbid, experience a job loss. Without a dedicated stash of cash set aside for these emergencies, where does the money come from? Often, it's high-interest credit cards, loans from family, or even cashing out investments prematurely, which can have devastating long-term consequences for your financial health. An emergency fund, typically 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses, isn't just money sitting there doing nothing. It's buying you peace of mind. It's your financial shock absorber. When an unexpected expense hits, you can handle it without derailing your entire financial plan or going into debt. This fund prevents a minor setback from turning into a major crisis. It allows you to make rational decisions during stressful times instead of desperate ones. Skipping this crucial step is a gamble that too many people take, and it's a gamble that rarely pays off in the long run. It's foundational to financial stability. Another major habit keeping people from building real wealth is ignoring investments. If your money is just sitting in a checking or savings account, especially with current inflation rates, it's actually losing purchasing power over time. You're essentially watching from the sidelines while others are actively growing their wealth. Investing is how you make your money work for you, rather than you always having to work for your money. It's about harnessing the power of compounding, where your returns start generating their own returns, creating a snowball effect of wealth accumulation over the years. Many people are intimidated by investing, thinking it's too complex or too risky. Or perhaps they're not taking full advantage of opportunities like an employer's 401k match, which is literally free money. Missing out on these opportunities is a massive financial misstep. Even small, consistent investments made over a long period can grow into a substantial sum. The key is to start, even if it's with a modest amount, and to educate yourself on the basics. Ignoring investing means you're relying solely on your active income to build wealth, which is a much slower and harder path than letting your capital grow on its own. This one is a psychological money trap, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Or, in today's world, keeping up with the curated perfection you see on Instagram. It's the pressure to have what others have, the bigger house, the fancier car, the designer clothes, the exotic vacations. Not because you genuinely need or can afford them, but because you want to project an image of success or avoid feeling left out. This constant comparison game is a fast track to financial ruin, because there will always be someone with more, someone with something newer or shinier. Chasing this illusion of status through spending means you're letting other people's perceived lifestyles dictate your financial decisions, rather than your own goals and values. That new car might look great in the driveway, but if the payments are crippling your ability to save or invest, is it really worth it? This habit often leads to taking on unnecessary debt and living paycheck to paycheck, all for the sake of appearances. True financial success isn't about impressing others, it's about building security and freedom for yourself. Breaking free from this comparison mindset allows you to focus on what truly matters for your financial well-being. Finally, and this underpins many of the other bad habits, is a lack of financial education. If you don't understand the basic principles of how money works, things like interest rates, both for saving and borrowing, the different types of investment options, the impact of inflation on your savings, or how to read a financial statement, you're at a significant disadvantage. It's like trying to play a game without knowing the rules. You're almost guaranteed to lose. Many people avoid learning about personal finance because they find it boring, intimidating, or they think they're not good with numbers. This lack of financial literacy can lead to poor decision-making across the board, falling for scams, choosing high-fee financial products, not saving enough for retirement, or mismanaging debt. The good news is, financial education is more accessible than ever before. There are countless books, podcasts, YouTube channels like this one, and online courses that can teach you what you need to know. Taking the time to educate yourself is an investment that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. It empowers you to take control of your financial destiny, make informed choices, and avoid the pitfalls that keep so many people trapped in a cycle of financial struggle. Alright, so there you have it. The 7 money habits that are, frankly, financial sabotage. We've covered everything from living beyond your means and ignoring budgets, to getting stuck in credit card debt and failing to invest. It's a lot to take in, I know, but recognizing these patterns in your own life is the absolute biggest step towards making a change. Seriously, just by watching this, you're already ahead of the curve because you're seeking out the knowledge to improve. Now, the key isn't to get overwhelmed and try to fix everything overnight. That's not how it works. Pick 1 or 2 of these habits that resonate the most with you, the ones you know are holding you back, and start there. Small, consistent changes add up to massive results over time. It's about progress, not perfection. Maybe it's finally setting up that budget, or making a plan to aggressively pay down that high-interest credit card, or committing to learning the basics of investing. Whatever it is, start today. And look, if you found any value in this, if this gave you even one idea that can help you on your financial journey, do me a quick favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps out the channel. And of course, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss out on more content designed to help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.